For centuries, humanity has looked at the ruins scattered across our planet and wondered what they truly meant. We've been taught that civilization began only a few thousand years ago in Mesopotamia, that before that, humans were simple hunter-gatherers struggling for survival. But what if this story is incomplete? What if the truth about our past is far stranger, more complex, and more ancient than we've ever imagined? What if beneath the surface of accepted history lies the evidence of civilization so advanced, so powerful, that their very existence has been forgotten, buried by time, catastrophe, and perhaps design? This is the forbidden truth about Earth's lost civilizations. When we look at the world's oldest structures, the Great Pyramid of Giza, Stonehenge, Gobekli Tepe, Machu Picchu, or the megalithic walls of Sacsayhuaman, we're confronted by engineering feats that defy explanation. These monuments were built with precision that even our modern tools would struggle to replicate. Stones weighing hundreds of tons are fitted together with microscopic accuracy. In some cases, not even a sheet of paper can slide between them. Mainstream archaeology insists these were built by primitive means, with ropes, chisels, and brute force. But this explanation doesn't satisfy everyone. To many researchers, these sites speak of a forgotten era, an age when humanity possessed knowledge and technology now lost to time. Take the Great Pyramid of Giza, officially dated to around 2500 BC. It stands as the last surviving wonder of the ancient world, but even with today's cranes and lasers, replicating its construction would be nearly impossible. The pyramid's orientation is almost perfectly aligned with true north, and its base is level to within fractions of an inch. Some have suggested that the pyramid wasn't just a tomb but a power generator, a monument designed to harness Earth's natural energies. Others claim it was built on the foundation of something even older, a remnant of a civilization that predated recorded history. In Turkey, the discovery of Gobekli Tepe changed everything. Built over 11,000 years ago, it predates Stonehenge by 6,000 years and the Great Pyramid by 7,000. The site consists of massive stone pillars arranged in circles, many carved with intricate animal symbols. It was built by people who, according to the standard historical timeline, were supposed to be nomadic hunter-gatherers. Yet somehow they organized labor, carved enormous stones, and aligned them with celestial constellations. Gobekli Tepe shattered the old narrative, forcing scientists to reconsider what humans were capable of so long ago. It hints at a lost chapter of human civilization, one that flourished before the dawn of recorded history and then vanished. Some believe that these ancient builders were the survivors of an even greater civilization, one that existed before the end of the last ice age, around 12,000 years ago. This was a time when massive glaciers covered much of the planet, and global sea levels were over 400 feet lower than today. Then suddenly, something happened. The Earth warmed rapidly, the glaciers melted, and sea levels rose dramatically, submerging vast areas of land. Entire coastlines disappeared beneath the waves. This cataclysm may have wiped out civilizations that once thrived on those now sunken lands. The story of Atlantis, told by the Greek philosopher Plato, describes a mighty empire that vanished beneath the sea in a single day and night of catastrophe. For centuries, scholars dismissed it as myth. Yet, when we look at the geological record, we find evidence of a sudden and violent global change at precisely the time Plato described. Around 12,800 years ago, something triggered massive floods, wildfires, and climate chaos, the Younger Dryas event. Some scientists suggest that a comet or asteroid struck the planet, setting off a chain reaction that devastated ecosystems worldwide. Could this have been the same disaster that destroyed an advanced civilization, perhaps the one remembered as Atlantis? Evidence of lost coastal cities continues to emerge. Off the coast of India, the ancient city of Dwarka lies submerged, its stone walls and streets preserved beneath the Arabian Sea. In the Caribbean, Strange geometric structures rest on the ocean floor near Cuba and the Bahamas, resembling pyramids and roads. Off the coast of Japan, near Yonaguni, massive step terraces and platforms lie beneath the waves. Are these natural formations or the remnants of a civilization that existed before the seas rose? Mainstream science hesitates to call them man-made, but their patterns are too precise, too deliberate, to dismiss easily. If such civilizations once existed, how advanced were they? Some researchers suggest that they may have understood the Earth's energy grid, the ley lines connecting sacred sites across continents. Ancient monuments from Egypt to Peru, from Easter Island to Angkor Wat, seem aligned with astronomical and geophysical precision. These alignments could not have been accidental. They suggest a shared global knowledge, a unified understanding of mathematics, geometry, and the cosmos. What if the ancients weren't primitive, but the inheritors of a forgotten science? Legends from around the world speak of gods or beings who descended from the heavens and taught early humans agriculture, architecture, and astronomy. In Sumerian texts, these beings were called the Anunnaki. In Mesoamerican tradition, they were Quetzalcoatl and Viracocha, white, bearded gods who arrived from across the sea after a great flood. In India, the Vedic texts describe Vimanas, flying craft powered by mysterious energies. Perhaps these myths preserve the memories of real encounters, beings who helped rebuild civilization after a global catastrophe. Across time, fragments of advanced knowledge seem to reappear in different cultures, as if they were echoes of something older. The ancient Egyptians mastered geometry and astronomy. The Mayans tracked the movements of planets with precision rivaling modern calculations. The Dogon tribe of Mali knew about the invisible companion star of Sirius long before telescopes existed. How did they gain this knowledge? Could it have been passed down from a lost world, from teachers whose origins we no longer understand? Even the design of sacred architecture hints at a deeper science. The temples of Angkor, the pyramids of Egypt, and the ziggurats of Mesopotamia all seem to mirror the stars. It's as if these ancient cultures were obsessed with recreating the heavens on Earth. Some believe these structures were built not only as places of worship, but as machines, devices that channeled energy, harmonized frequencies, and connected human consciousness with cosmic forces. Modern researchers exploring this possibility point to the recurring use of sacred geometry, the golden ratio, the flower of life, and precise harmonic proportions found in nature and the cosmos. These patterns are embedded in the construction of megalithic monuments worldwide. Perhaps they represent a universal science of resonance, one that our ancestors understood instinctively, and we are only beginning to rediscover. But if such an advanced civilization once existed, why is there so little trace of it? The answer may lie in the destructive power of nature and time. Over 12,000 years, entire landscapes can vanish beneath sediment, glaciers, and oceans. What remains would appear as natural formations or eroded stone. Human memory fades quickly, but myths endure. The global flood myths, from the Bible's Noah to Mesopotamia's Utnapishtim to the Aztec and Hindu legends, all tell of a cataclysm that wiped out nearly all life. These stories are not isolated. They are collective memories of a real event that changed the world forever. Archaeologists are beginning to uncover anomalies that challenge established timelines. In South America, beneath the foundations of Incan cities, lie older megalithic walls made of stones far larger and more precise than later construction. It's as if the Incas built upon the ruins of a civilization far more advanced than themselves. The same pattern appears in Egypt, where the base of the Sphinx shows signs of water erosion that could date back to a time when the Sahara was lush and green, over 10,000 years ago. If true, that would make the Sphinx twice as old as mainstream Egyptology claims. Why, then, is this evidence so fiercely resisted? Some say it's because it would rewrite everything we think we know about human history. If advanced civilizations existed before recorded time, it means that humanity has risen and fallen many times. It suggests that our story is not one of simple progress from primitive to modern, but a cycle of creation, destruction, and rebirth. Knowledge once gained can be lost, and what we call ancient might only be the remnants of something far greater. There's also the question of suppression. Throughout history, certain discoveries have been quietly dismissed, hidden, or destroyed because they didn't fit the accepted narrative. Scholars, institutions, and governments have vested interests in maintaining a stable version of history. But the truth has a way of resurfacing. In ancient texts, carvings, and ruins, the echoes of forgotten worlds continue to call to us. In recent years, advanced technology has begun to peel back the layers of mystery. Satellite imaging, ground-penetrating radar, and LiDAR scans are revealing lost cities beneath jungles, deserts, and ice. In the Amazon rainforest, thousands of geometric structures once hidden by vegetation suggest a massive, organized civilization that thrived long before European contact. In Antarctica, beneath the ice, scientists have detected what appear to be ancient formations, possibly even man-made structures, entombed for millennia. We are only beginning to glimpse the vastness of what lies beneath our feet. As we uncover these clues, the pattern becomes clearer. Civilizations rise, master the forces of nature, then fall to disaster, sometimes of their own making, sometimes through cosmic chance. The survivors rebuild, passing down fragments of memory that become myth. We today may be another iteration of that eternal cycle. The story of Atlantis may not just be about the past, it could be a warning about our own future. Our modern world is more advanced than ever, yet we are not immune to catastrophe. A shift in climate, a comet impact, or a global flood could erase our cities just as easily as those that came before. If future archaeologists were to study our ruins 10,000 years from now, what would they conclude? Would they believe we were capable of the technology we use today, or would they dismiss our achievements as myths? History teaches us that the Earth remembers little, but the truth has a way of enduring. Ancient knowledge might hold the key to our survival. Many ancient texts speak not only of destruction but of rebirth and renewal. The Mayan calendar, misunderstood by many, describes cycles of time, epochs that begin and end with cosmic events. The Hindu yugas describe the rise and fall of human consciousness through vast ages. These systems suggest that humanity's evolution is not linear but cyclical, and that we are currently moving toward a time of rediscovery when the wisdom of the ancients will return. Across the world, new generations of researchers, archaeologists, and independent thinkers are re-examining the past with open minds. They see patterns that the old guard ignored, connections between cultures separated by oceans yet sharing identical symbols, myths, and technologies. From the spiral carvings of Ireland to those in New Zealand, from pyramid structures in Egypt to those in Central America, the same geometry, the same story repeats. It is as if the memory of a single mother civilization still echoes through our collective unconscious. In the end, the truth about ancient Earth may not be forbidden. It may simply be forgotten. The evidence has always been there, waiting for us to see it without prejudice. Every temple stone, every submerged ruin, every myth of gods and floods may be a fragment of our true origin story. We are not the first advanced civilization to walk this planet, and perhaps we won't be the last. Imagine for a moment that tens of thousands of years ago, humanity reached a pinnacle of knowledge, a world united by science, spirituality, and harmony with nature. But something went wrong. A comet, a war, or a shift in the Earth's magnetic field brought it all crashing down. The survivors scattered, carrying fragments of wisdom to new lands. Over generations, their technology was lost, but their stories remained. Encoded in symbols, myths, and sacred architecture, those stories became the foundation of every culture we know today. If that is true, then rediscovering our lost past isn't just about curiosity. It's about understanding who we are and where we're headed. The ancients may have known truths about consciousness, energy, and the universe that could transform our future. Their monuments are messages in stone, warnings and teachings left for us to decode when we were ready. Perhaps that time is now. As science and spirituality converge once more, humanity stands on the edge of remembrance. We are beginning to see that the earth itself is alive, that its energy flows through us, that we are connected to every era, every civilization, every heartbeat that has ever existed on this planet. The forbidden truth about Earth's lost civilizations is not just that they existed, but that they live on within us. Their legacy is our intuition, our creativity, our relentless drive to build, explore, and rediscover. The sands of time may have buried their cities, but not their spirit. Every discovery brings us closer to remembering. The Great Pyramid, the stones of Gobekli Tepe, the submerged ruins of Dwarka, all are whispering the same message: you have been here before. Humanity is older, wiser, and far more extraordinary than we've been told, and so the story continues. Ancient Earth is not gone, it is hidden, waiting to be revealed to those who dare to look beyond the limits of accepted history. The truth was never forbidden, it was simply waiting for us to remember.